You might think that getting into the IT field is impossible without a computer science degree, but Tech Coach Ralph is here to prove you wrong. Get ready for some jaw-dropping revelations on how to break into this lucrative industry. Listen up, tech enthusiasts! Are you ready to break through into the IT field, but feel like you need a computer science degree to make it happen? Think again! Tech Coach Ralph has some exclusive, mind-blowing secrets to share with you. Get ready to be blown away by his jaw-dropping revelations on how to break into the tech industry without a computer science degree. So get your notepad ready, because Tech Coach Ralph is going to change your life forever. Buckle up, because you're about to embark on a journey to success in the IT field.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Today is the first day of July. Welcome to July, everyone. How is everyone doing today? This is Tech Coach Ralph. We are Engineered to Win, and this is the Koffee and Kata show. Trying something out a little different today, starting a little bit earlier to see if we get our day started earlier, what else can we accomplish? But already some things that I'm not happy about, because usually, you know how we like to start off with our numbers to look out for the week. We don't have those numbers yet. It is 4th of July week, though, so we might not have those numbers this week. I don't know yet. We shall find out. But regardless, we will get the show on the road today. I already got my guy. It's like 3:45, 3:53 a.m. over on the West Coast, and he already hits us up with the Kobe emoji. So shout out to my guy, your car, always working. So I don't know how he does it. Shout out to my guy, your car. All right. So we are going to jump into our news for today. And let's put up our timer, actually. I always forget to put up the timer. So I'll put 45 minutes up. We're going to try to stay under 45 minutes. You know, if we don't, we're going to be kindly told to wrap it up. All right. But that's the plan for today. Let's get going. Let's start off with our news. Before we start off with our news, do me a favor. If you haven't done so already, go ahead and like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, join the Patreon at www.techcoachRalph.dev. All right. So, and we have our candid conversation coming out at noon Eastern time today. I called it Why I Don't Owe You Anything. And once you watch it, you'll see what I mean. Definitely want to tune into that at noon. But we're going to jump into our news for today. So let's get to it. So our very first article today, right? Let's do our Redbox owner files for Chapter 11. Do you guys remember Redbox? Do you remember Redbox? Where they would have it at all these type of stores and gas stations and things like that. And you would go to the little machine and you would say, you want this movie. And they charge you like per, I don't remember how they charge you, because I think I used it maybe one time. But they give you the DVD, and for however many days you keep it, that's how much you pay for it. And then you can return it at any Redbox box, right? I remember they used to have it at 7-Eleven, at Publix, at Walgreens, everywhere. Walmart, I think Walmart might still have it. But yeah, so let's read this article they filed for Chapter 11. Let's put our 5-minute timer up. All right, so Redbox owner files for Chapter 11. Chicken Soup for the Soul Entertainment, known for its self-help books and Redbox kiosks. So Chicken Soup, I did not know that Chicken Soup owned Redbox. Has filed for bankruptcy protection after defaulting on loans and failing to pay employees. The company applied for a debtor in possession loan to address its immediate financial needs. The bankruptcy filing reveals a debt totaling $970 million, almost $1 billion, owed to major retailers, including Walmart and Walgreens. Yeah, they did. Like I said, they had it at Walgreens. Hollywood studios like Universal and Warner Brothers, and numerous other creditors. Chicken Soup has struggled since it acquired Redbox in 2022, taking on a $325 million debt, 325 million in debt. It plans to sell off some of its business units to restructure others. Why in the world? Why in the world would Chicken Soup acquire a dying industry? And there's just something about Redbox that I don't know. But if they're still that is so weird to me. We're gonna have to do some more. I'm gonna add this. Maybe if we don't have that many topics for Saturday, we're gonna do some research on this Redbox thing, because this is absolutely weird to me that they would take on this $225 million in debt, acquire Redbox, which to me, I thought it was out of business a long time ago. So interesting. All right, so we'll do some more research on this Redbox thing, because I remember Chicken Soup, the Chicken Soup book. They had chicken soups for the teen soul, for the girl soul, for the boy soul, all this type of stuff. But yeah, that's very interesting. All right. So, anyways, let's move on to our next article for today. $5 meals are the new dollar menus. All right. So, fast food chains from McDonald's to Burger King to Starbucks are betting that $5 is a price that will attract consumers increasingly eating at home due to rising prices. Axios reports, while McDonald's had to abandon its dollar menu, it's now offering a value meal with a McDouble or McChicken. They should have the McRib, I'm just saying. Small fry, small drink, and 4-piece nugget for $5. So you get 1, 2, 3, 4. So you get 4 pieces. You get 4 things. You get a 4-piece nugget, a small drink, a small fry, and a McChicken or McDouble. I'm going to tell you this. We used to get more from a Happy Meal when I was a kid than this for $5. And the Happy Meals were like $2.50 or something like that. Yeah. It's trying to win back customers following price increases that have exceeded wage gains in recent years. One expert notes that cost-conscious customers increasingly see sit-down restaurants as a better value. Taco Bell just announced a slightly more expensive value meal with 4 popular items and a medium drink for $7. Still 55% off the total price of buying them individually. McDonald's tried a non-price-based strategy to gain customers. A plant-based burger. Whoa, what? I don't like sound effects in the morning, but that one deserved one. They tried a non-price-based strategy to gain customers. A plant-based burger. That, unsurprisingly, was unsuccessful. It's focusing instead on menu items with chicken. Chicken is cheaper than beef, definitely. All right. But I don't know. Is $5 meals going to work? I don't know, because for me at least, you're getting everything is down. You remember when you used to supersize? Now it's like minify. Like, can I minify that meal to get it less? I don't know. Anyhow, let's keep going to our next article. So, Boeing to buy Spirit in $4.7 billion deal. So, I'm pretty sure this is not Spirit Airlines, but it is a Spirit company that manufactures for them that they had a bunch of issues with. But Spirit Aerosystems. All right, so let's start reading. Boeing on Monday said it reached a deal to buy fuselage maker Spirit Aerosystems, ending a nearly 2-decade experiment in outsourcing production of its major plane components. Spirit, which split off from Boeing years ago, had been tied to quality issues around the 737 MAX jets. Boeing executives have said that they think controlling Spirit's operations will improve the safety of its manufacturing, easing a recent safety crisis. All stock agreements is valued at about $4.7 billion, and if approved, would lead to the breakup of Spirit, with some of its assets going to Airbus. Reuters reports the Department of Justice has informed Boeing that it will be criminally charged unless it pleads guilty to violating a settlement related to two fatal 737 MAX crashes. Bloomberg reports, citing anonymous sources, and the company would the company would have to pay only half of a proposed $487.2 million fine because of credit from its original settlement. Reuters reports, citing anonymous sources. All right, which leads us into our last article for today. The Department of Justice seeks a Boeing guilty plea. The Department of Justice has informed Boeing that it will be criminally charged unless it pleads guilty to violating settlements related to. So we just read that. So the two fatal 737 MAX crashes. The company now must decide by the end of the week whether to face trial. A plea deal would be a stunning development, requiring Boeing to pay a financial penalty and having a corporate monitor, according to Bloomberg. The company would have to pay only half of a proposed $487.2 million because of the credit. So we read that. Let's see. In an unusual move, the department's decision was communicated to victim families before Boeing was notified, according to Reuters. The same day, Boeing reached an agreement to buy supplier Spirit Aerosystems in a all-stock deal that would value the company at more than $4 billion. So things are moving. We're finding out what's going to be happening with Boeing and things like that. It's unfortunate, but you are held accountable for what your outsource companies are doing. So keep that in mind. Whenever you are thinking about outsourcing, you are responsible for whatever it is that they do. All right. So because it's under your name, the planes that crashed were under Boeing's name. So it is what it is. It is what it is. All right. So that being said, we are going to come back, and what I plan on doing today is that we're going to look to start working on our I guess we have to, because I'm not too familiar yet with how we're going to do the watch OS yet. And oh yeah, by the way, I almost forgot. It's so annoying, right? I'll show you this. But we were 1 day away from being ready to apply for production on Google. And some tester, I don't know who it was, but some tester, they got unenrolled from being a tester or signed, or I don't know. I have no idea what happened. But on the last day, it dropped down to 19 testers. So I had to get some more testers enrolled, and now that reset our 14-day. So now we're back at 1. You see, look at this. It was so heartbreaking. We're so close. We're so close. But now we're reset. So we have another 13 days to go. So now we're looking at maybe, I don't know where my calendar is. So today we're looking at like July 14th, where we can apply for production. If no testers drop out. So I'm trying to get some more testers signed in. It won't even tell me, because it says like once I get to 20, it stops at 20, right? It doesn't tell me that I have like 21, 22, 23. So annoying. So now we might have to go for another 14 days continuously before we can apply for production. We're so close, but so annoying. I would definitely give Google, or not Google. I would definitely give Apple, the developer program, the win on this, because we've been in the App Store for Apple for like the past I don't even know, like 2 weeks now, 3 weeks now, and things are just chugging along while we are stuck here. Because after we do this, then we still have to go and wait another, like, to get approved for another 7 days. So super annoying. But this light is bothering me. Give me one split second. I'm going to fix this bothersome light of mine. All right, so I'm back. So yeah, so that's where we're at with that. It's super annoying, super annoying. I definitely give iOS the win on this one, the Apple developer program the win on this they are a lot more cleaner. You can see exactly who's your testers are, what version that they have installed. It goes through test flight. This is just like the wild wild west. But we live and we learn. All right. So that being said, let's get back to our full screen, and we're going to work on getting the watch app started. We're gonna say, yeah, like I said, we're gonna start with the Wear OS, which is for Android. See what we can do with that. Definitely gonna have to get a new computer if we're gonna be doing this type of development, because this is going to be a handful. So we're going to do what's our Android Studio. And we're gonna open up our time cost calculator application. And all right, so let's do this. We're going to, because I don't think I've ever, which is not smart on my end, I don't think I've ever committed this to a, let's see, close all tabs. Let's open up the terminal. Do a git status. There's no git involved. All right, so I'm gonna go into GitHub. And we're gonna create a new repository. So while we're doing this, you can follow along and see what we are going to be doing over here in GitHub. We're gonna do time cost calculator, and it's gonna be a private repository. And we can say so we have this. So we're gonna have to do this part right here. Switch back here. Git init. So now this is initialized with Git, and we're gonna say Git remote add. So we're gonna add an origin for our time cost calculator. And we're going to say Git branch m is main. And say git push -u origin main. We don't want to do that though. We don't want. So let's do a git status before we push anything. So let's add our files. I didn't start a 20-minute timer. Let me start a 20-minute timer as well. All right. So while we're at it, let's do our git ignore. Bunch of stuff in here. Let's see. I wouldn't want build files to go up there. Let's see. What do we want to push up? So let's do a quick. What? files should be ignored. Git ignore. Let's see. What is a legit git ignore for a Flutter project? All right. So this git ignore generated automatically by Android Studio. So that's what I'm looking for. Do I have Android related stuff in here? See, I didn't have Android related stuff. So let's do all the Android related. I'm gonna add all of these. Because I know there's gonna be a bunch of stuff. I'm just gonna copy this whole thing here. I'm gonna copy the whole thing. I'm pretty sure there's gonna be a bunch of stuff that are in here. Let's go back over here. Paste that. And now if we do a git add dot git ignore, and now a bunch of stuff are gone. Perfect. If we look in here, all right, build is ignored. All right, we can give that a try. Let's give that a try. All right, so git add git status git commit or git commit initial push. I should have done this a long time ago. Like, you should set up your git when you first get the project started. Initial push of all right. Yay. That. Hopefully there's not something too big in there. All right, cool. So let's jump over back to our GitHub. And if we refresh the page, we should have all of our code. And this is our production code. This is what's in iOS and in Android. And then we'll write up a README file later on. But we are good to go. So with that being said, we are going to. So now we're going to go back over to here, and we're going to create a new branch. So let's actually create the branch from. I like to create my branches using Jira. So if we go over to here, and let's take the backlog. And we go to set up dev project to create watch. So let's throw this into the to-do list. Board. And we say So pretty much all of the watch development is going to go on one branch, but we can do it. We can start by creating it on this branch. Okay, and select the repository. We got our new one, branch from main, and we're going to say all right, create branch. Now the branch is in GitHub. So if we go back over, we can close this down now. When we go back over to here, we should be able to do a git pull. Now we're going to check out this branch right here. All right, so we got our branch checked out, and we can close down this git ignore. So now let's see what we can do to actually get this on the road. So I have this article over here. And what we're gonna try to do, we're gonna just try to like integrate it into our existing project and see where we go. Right. So I'm gonna go pull up this article. And we already have app says enabling app support, right? After that, the order of business to remove the unnecessary files since we are making a standalone Wear iOS app. We only need runners for Android, so remove. So we're not gonna do that. After that, we should add some useful plugins that we will use further down in this tutorial. Those are wear and wearable rotary. So let's go ahead and we'll add this right here. We'll add the wearable, um, wear and the wearable rotary. So I'm gonna go here. We're gonna say Flutter sub add wear and wearable rotary. And let's see. There are a bunch of updates available. Let's see. How do you upgrade these? Flutter hub upgrade. It's very important to stay up to date with your package dependencies and your package versions because that's how hacks can happen and things like that. So let's see. 11 new packages are incompatible. Mm, let's see. All right. All right. Anyways, let's keep going. So we have our two dependencies added, and now make the Android runner able to run on Android devices. Add the add the following line. So let's go to our Android manifest. Which one though? There's a few. Maybe it's this one. And we go to that's our add mob. This would go under so make make sure to make the Android runner able to run on Android devices. Add the following line to the Android. So what I'm adding is this right here. Right. So this trying to find out exactly where it goes, and maybe just go to the top. Use that looks like it. All right, let's go ahead and do that. I guess we can just try to drop it in right here. Okay, cool. Let's do that. Also consider adding this meta. I don't want it standalone. But do I? I don't know. Or maybe. So what I'm looking at right here, because remember, we're not building the same exact app that this tutorial is sending, right? Is also consider adding this meta tag under the application tag to mark the app as standalone. This will be important when deploying into the store. So I'm gonna add this. I'm gonna say false though. I'm gonna say false. Another file that should be adjusted is the main activity.kt. This first change tells the OS to render the app without a background. This makes the app appear round on devices with rounded. Okay, cool. We'll do that as well. So let's go over back to here. And we're gonna go into, maybe we'll just drop it over here, maybe or not. Let's maybe drop it under activity. I'm gonna mark this as false though, because I don't want it to be a standalone. I think I don't know. We'll find out. And now we need the main activity. KT. And we should have we'll figure it out. Remember, we're doing this on a branch, so it's not a big deal to play around with this and see what we get. So we got that, and then so now it says later on we'll be using the wearable rotary plugin. This means we have to add the following callback to the main activity, where we are going to say override generic motion. Take that. I'm not gonna switch screens. I'm gonna just drop that in there. So don't worry about that. And probably this, probably both of these actually. All right. We got that as well. It's last but not least, let's update our Android SDK version constraints to match the added plugins, which at the time of writing was minimum of 25. So I recommend setting to 30, which includes Wear OS 3 and above. All right. And we need our build.gradle file. Go over to that one. Let's make sure that we have, so it says a minimum SDK version of 30. We had some issues around this last time, but like I said, we're on a branch. No harm to make these changes here as we are developing this out. Let's go, this one we go with 32. And let's see here. Let's see here. So after this, you can run the app on an emulator or device. I didn't put any app code yet, though. That's weird. I didn't create any code. We also need to create an emulator. So let's get that part done as well. That's the part that I definitely need to get me a new computer for because this part's going to be kind of brutal. Go to device manager. Let's add a new device. Create a virtual device. And we're going to say Wear OS. And we're going to say, I guess we'll do a small rounded one. I guess let's get started with the large one. See what goes, what happens. So this one is going to be using Wear OS 4, Tiramisu, app level 33. A system image must be selected. So let's go ahead and let's download Tiramisu. And it's going to probably a big file. Let's see. Definitely got to get this new computer now doing this type of stuff because this is serious development happening over here. Hopefully it's done downloading by the time we are ending the show. We'll see. We shall see. Preparing to install Wear OS 4 ARM64. But this is what engineering is all about. Whether you're doing QA, software, data, it's about exploring and figuring things out. Like you see how we're trying to do one particular thing, but in our guide and the tutorial that we're using, it's for a slightly different reason that they're doing it. But we're modifying our needs for it. So very good stuff. All right, unzipping the file. So if we don't get to it today, maybe on Wednesday we'll be able to start up at least get the Wear OS emulator started, and see what that pops up with. So finish. And we have that. Let's go to next. And I don't know if we'll leave it at that for now. And finish. So now we have our Wear OS. So let's say if we get our Wear OS started. Let's get it started. See what we get. Right. I don't know if the app is going to start up on the Wear OS app because we haven't really done anything to it. But if we can at least get the emulator up, and we get the watch face up, that'll be a pretty big. Oh, look at that! Look at that! We have a watch starting up. Isn't that awesome? Here's going to be the problem, right? Especially with this is going to take. Oh, you guys hear that? That's from the watch. That's the watch starting up. But it's going to take. If we have it running in the emulator for the actual phone, and we have it running in the emulator for the actual watch, that's going to let me see. That's where we're at now on our memory usage. Look at that. That's a pretty cool background actually. 3730. It's almost checkout time. So yeah, look at this already, right? This watch is using 4 gigs of memory. How much CPU? See what I mean? It's using. So we have almost 4 gigs of memory for the watch that started. So if we start up our phone, it's gonna be another 4, and we have Android Studio using almost 2, right? So it's gonna be pretty resource intensive to make this work. And then when we actually start up the actual, if we say run this on the run the application on the phone, it's gonna make it even worse. You know what I mean? So we have to be mindful of that. Make sure we have the right infrastructure in place, the right tools to be developing. But yeah. So with that being said, I don't know if there's anything else for today. I think we got a good start. I mean, if you guys want to try, let's give it a try. Let's give it a try. Why don't we? Let's push it to the limit. So if I take this and we go to here, let's see what happens. I don't I don't think, well, see, that's the problem. We just tried to run the main Dart on the watch where it might start, but it's gonna be totally horrendous because it's gonna try to fit the actual application into this watch thing if it even starts up. So I don't know. I think what we should be doing is having a watch app Dart file, and it feeds data from the other one. I don't know. That's what I'm thinking. I'm not entirely sure yet. We got my guy in the building. We got Rod Brown saying, "Morning, everyone. Good morning to you, Rod Brown. How are you doing on this fine, fine first day of July? Welcome in, welcome in." And I'm about to wrap it up too. Our time is up. I was just like, wanted to push it a little bit to the limit. What we'll pick up from here on Wednesday, right? Pick up from here on Wednesday. We do have our watch emulator started, so that's pretty cool to see. As we make progress on seeing, are we able to add a? We got errors. Let's take a quick look at that. Let's see. Build failed with exception where Android Gradle plugin supports only Kotlin Gradle version 1.5 or higher. Following dependencies do not satisfy that. Project where. Cool. Well, we have our answer. We'll pick it up on Wednesday as we move along with this time cost calculator. I am going to get out of here. The day started early. And then thanks for Rod Brown. Thanks to your car for stopping by. Really, really appreciate you all. I will catch you guys later. Don't forget, we have the kind of conversations coming out at noon today. Hopefully, I will see you there. Let me get this stuff. Let's see here. Cool. All right. So, and we're gonna be live tech Q&A tomorrow. Let's have the conversation. If you have questions, you want to call in, whatever the case may be. On your way out, do me a favor. If you haven't done so already, like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you can know every time we go live, and check out the Patreon, www.techcoachralph.dev. Get exclusive content, join me for office hours, sign up for coaching sessions, for a coaching plan, one-on-one with me, help you level up, all of that good stuff. But on that note, I'm out of here. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. This is Tech Coach Ralph. We are out.
You might think that getting into the IT field is impossible without a computer science degree, but Tech Coach Ralph is here to prove you wrong. Get ready for some jaw-dropping revelations on how to break into this lucrative industry. Listen up, tech enthusiasts! Are you ready to break through into the IT field, but feel like you need a computer science degree to make it happen? Think again! Tech Coach Ralph has some exclusive, mind-blowing secrets to share with you. Get ready to be blown away by his jaw-dropping revelations on how to break into the tech industry without a computer science degree. So get your notepad ready, because Tech Coach Ralph is going to change your life forever. Buckle up, because you're about to embark on a journey to success in the IT field.